This is Raz, and welcome back to the Anime Dungeon. In today's video, we're going to look at leveling up your character in the One Piece D20 rule set. I'm going to be using the rogue that I made last time, but before I get into the main points of this video, I need to talk about some of the changes I made on my rogue. So, first, I cleaned up the sheet quite a bit in the ones that you'll see momentarily. The main thing that changed is I got rid of bold advance and replaced it with two-weapon fighting because I found out that dual wielding isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was, so I decided to make this character dual wield. I also had the crit wrong on my dagger. It is not a ×3, it is a ×2, but it can be triggered at 19 instead of just 20. So before I show you the updated character sheets for a few levels, I will briefly talk about what goes into leveling up your character. So every time you level up, you gain a feat, 5 hit points plus your constitution modifier, 1 rank to all favored skills, and 1 damage reduction. Every other level, you gain 1 rank to all non-favored skills, as well as the things that you gain every level. Every 3rd level, you'll gain 1 additional feat. Every 4th level, you'll gain 2 attribute points, and every 10th level, you get 1 point in every attribute. Like I had mentioned, they stack, so at level 6, you get the every 3rd level, every 2nd level, and every level perk. So anyway, this is what our character would look like at level 2. Mostly unchanged. The favorite skills have gone up, of course. The only thing that changed is the feat. I took a 2nd rank of 2-weapon fighting, which each rank lowers the penalty by 2. So now, dual wielding daggers, I get a -2 on my main hand and a -4 on my offhand. That's for hitting, not dealing damage. I can continue taking ranks in this until my main hand hits 0. So I can take 1 more rank, and in the end, my offhand will always have a -2 penalty. Otherwise, nothing really changes at level 2. At level 3, again, the ranks go up. My sheet does this automatically. My sheet calculates the health and ranks based on your level, so you don't need to worry about that. And for the feats, I get 2. So I took the medical license feat, which is in the doctor career, and it allows a permanent +3 on all heal checks. In order to get this feat, you have to go to a testing center, which are usually run by the government, and you pay a 25,000 belly fee. And then you have to roll a healing check, I'm pretty sure, against a certain number. I think it's like 16 or maybe even 19. And if you succeed, you get this feat. If you don't, you have to pay another 25,000 belly and take it again. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to assume that I passed that test. The other feat I took is the microbiologist, which is another doctor feat. It allows you to create cultures that can infect enemies via injection or ingestion, so you could either have them eat it or put it in a syringe or something like that. If I was running a game, I would probably do something with allowing you to use your dagger as an injection method, though it gets a little iffy since I'm already applying poisons to my dagger. Also having a culture on top of that, I'd probably say you couldn't have both, but that's just my opinion. Each round, the infected takes 1d6 damage, or it's every hour actually. So the infected takes 1d6 damage every 1d6 hours. And when they're first injected, they can make a fortitude save of 18 to not be infected. Otherwise, once they fail that, then they're infected for good. Or at least for the 1d6 hours, maybe. I think it's something like that. Anyway, finally we get to level 4. We get some attribute points. I decided to put them in Wisdom. I could have put them in Dexterity to deal more damage, but I put them in Wisdom to make my character better at being a doctor. And because if we look ahead at prestiges, for the prestige career surgeon, you need to have either a 20 in intellect or a 20 in wisdom. So since I had 12 in wisdom already, it'll take less points for me to get wisdom to 20 than it would for intelligence. And I've decided that I'm going to go for the surgeon on this character, so that's that. Now, the surgeon doesn't come in until like level 15, and that would assume that I perfectly build my way towards that, which I don't know if I'm doing great because it was kind of a last minute decision. But I think I could probably handle it. I think by 15 I would probably have everything I need. We will look at prestiging careers and classes in a different video. Anyway, the feat I chose was Hamstring, which is a rogue ability. And as a full round action, the rogue may make an attack. If I'm successful, the target must roll a reflex of 15 plus my level, which should be 19 at this point. And if they fail, their speed is cut in half. And this lasts until they're treated by a surgeon, which is why I took it, because then they can't run away from me when I'm trying to sneak attack them, and because a surgeon, I believe, isn't easy to come by, especially since it's a prestige career. Even a surgeon NPC I would think would be fairly rare and expensive regardless of rarity. So this would majorly inconvenience a named NPC. If it's like a grunt or a sea monster or something that you'll never see again, then of course this probably won't matter if they run away. But if it's like some big name person and they run away after this, I think that would end up being fairly significant for them to get this fixed, unless like you're picking fights with the warlords or the government or some like big organization like that. So normally I would probably show you up until level 10, since there's something different for like each level, but I think this gives you a pretty good idea of what to do when you level up your character. If there's any further confusion, you can leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer whatever kind of questions you might have. So until next time, guys, this is Raz, and I'll see you very soon.